So what would be the best thing that you, if somebody were wrestling with a similar call to say, I want to go do something that's going to be significant, that's going to make a difference, what would you tell them? What can they be doing now?
You can go and live in the undeveloped world for very little money if you live like the local people. You can go and get experience by NGOs that are there working. Now, if you're on the other end, say just out of college and you want to do this, you have to raise enough money to support yourself while you're learning.
One of my professors, the advice he gave us helped me there, because he said, if you're looking for God's leading and there may be more than one door open, many times the best advice is to take a step forward in the way you think God's leading, trusting Him to close that door if it's not His will.
If I'm poised in a place now where I'm ready to go to the mission field, and I'm not sure where the Lord is leading me, and I know we're going to ultimately trust that the Lord is guiding our path. So I don't want to make this all about just decision making. But if I were at a place where I was really open to whatever the Lord may want to do with me, why should I consider going to Europe versus going to somewhere else in the world? What would be the compelling part of being specifically in Europe now, do you think?
I have a hard time answering that because I've always asked the Lord directly and He's always showed me directly, and that's the way I go. But of course, Germany needs missionaries. Europe needs people that show that He's alive, He's personal. That's the bottom line.
Do you ever really retire? We talk about coming over here to meet these retired missionaries, but does that ever really happen versus it just being a new phase, and new responsibilities?
Well,
it's just exciting to see he's still as active a part of this as y'all both are.
Well, and Renska coming here has resurrected her nursing license, and she's actively a nurse in the
unit here,
pavilion, which is the nursing home here.
New things.
And I serve as an elder in the Presbyterian Church in town, and we get to preach and teach, and we have all kinds of opportunities for service here. That's what makes this place unique, is the depth of commitment that people have to service, volunteerism, and enjoying things that stimulate you in later life to learn new things and experiment and so on.
Well, I think it's the mission's responsibility in which they're associated to meet with them and teach them. We have a 1-month candidate orientation all the years we were active, and we dealt with issues as they were and encouraged people to consider this, consider that, look at it and talk about it at meal times and so forth, and see what you agree with and disagree with, and all, we could work it out. So we ate the meals during that month with the candidates, all the time with the candidates, and it paid off. To take a thorough preparation process, and I think the mission's responsible for that preparation, not you. Not just the. Yours is an asset, right, to help out. But I think if the mission's not doing the job, you're not wasting your time. You're helping, right, but you're not going to get through like you would if the mission was doing its job. So take the time. It's not just language, not just culture. That's part of it. Part of it, but not just that. Thorough assessment, thorough familiarity, and thorough commitment to the Lord.
There are different chapters. Wendell talks about the fact that it's also like a semi-truck that has maybe 40 gears, and you've got to ratchet down. You can't do quite as much as maybe you did before.
But the truck's still on the road.
Yeah. And
the worst mistake people make in life is to stop the truck. Now, only the Lord will stop the truck, but I mean to go all the way from 12th gear down to 1st.
I think you have to have a humble spirit. You have to be like Christ in the way that He humbled Himself. You have to humble yourself. Especially when you're in a foreign country. The worst people in the world are the Americans that come down there and wheel themselves around and won't be patient. You have to learn to wait.
Well, I think the real trick in terms of retirement, quote unquote, is to know when to downshift from 12 to 11, and 11 to 10, and 10 to 9, and so on. Because if you come to a curve in the road, or if you're going to run at full speed and the engine will burn out, that's not wise either.
Right.
But knowing when to make that shift, incremental shift, not a sudden shift.
That's good.
And you
Hopefully, not a sudden shift.
ask the Lord
Once
to
in a
give
while,
you
you
the
don't have a choice.
the wisdom to do that.
That's good.